Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the confusing world of corporate filings, and today we're diving into Liquidity Services Incorporated's latest announcement. You know, sometimes it feels like companies are speaking a different language in these reports. Well, we're here to translate and see if there is anything juicy hidden beneath the corporate jargon. But don't worry, we'll keep it simple and interesting. So you might be wondering what this is all about. Think of a Form 8 like an urgent alert from a company to its investors. It is filed when something significant happens that the public needs to know about right away. It is not a regular report where they detail everything over a long period, but rather a snapshot of something extra important that just went down. In this particular filing, the key date we're looking at is the 5th of February 2026. This is when the main event, the reason for this report, actually took place. The company we're dissecting today is Liquidity Services Incorporated, or Liquidity Services Inc. if you want to spell it out. They are incorporated in Delaware and are publicly traded on the Nasdaq stock market under the ticker symbol LQDT. Now, normally we'd bypass all the contact details, but sometimes they can reveal interesting tidbits. One thing to note here is that their main executive offices are in Bethesda, Maryland. This section simply tells us what kind of shares a company has. Liquidity Services Incorporated has common stock, and it has a very, very low par value, which is just a nominal value assigned for accounting purposes. This generally means that the stock price is determined by the market and not by this tiny par value. This is where things start to get interesting. Item 8.01 of an 8K report typically covers other matters. And in this case, the company is letting us know about an event that just happened and is important for investors to hear. So the big news here, and the reason for this filing, is that Liquidity Services Incorporated held an earnings conference call on the 5th of February 2026. Think of an earnings call as a company's chance to talk about its financial performance, usually after a quarter ends, and they invite investors and analysts to listen in. Ask questions, and get a feel for how things are going. What they've done here is attach the full conversation, the transcript, for everyone to read. This transcript is the heart of the story for this particular filing. While the 8K itself doesn't contain the financial numbers of the call, it tells us that the detailed discussion about those numbers is available through this attached transcript. It is basically saying, hey, we talked about our performance and here is everything we said. Now, even though this filing points us to the earnings call transcript for the meat of the financial details, we can infer a few things. They're filing this 8-page because the earnings call is considered material information. This means the discussions and information shared during that call likely contained important updates about the company's financial health, its future outlook, or significant operational changes. What we would typically look for in such a transcript, and what you should look for when you read it, are the key financial figures. We'd want to know about their revenue, their profits, how much cash they have on hand, and their debt levels. We'd also pay close attention to management's commentary. Are they optimistic or cautious? Are they explaining away any disappointing numbers, or are they celebrating strong performance? For example, if the transcript revealed a significant drop in revenue, we'd want to understand why. Is it a temporary blip or a sign of deeper problems? If their profits are shrinking, are they spending more on growth initiatives, or is the core business struggling? In the world of investing, context is everything. You need to understand not just the numbers, but the story behind them. Let's consider Liquidity Services Incorporated as a whole. They operate in the business of providing customers with a broad range of asset disposition solutions, which essentially means they help companies sell off their surplus, idle, or unused assets, anything from real estate to equipment to inventory. So their performance is tied to how well other businesses are doing and how proactive they are in managing their own assets and also broader economic conditions. And signing off on this report is Mark A. Schaffer, who holds a pretty important title, Chief Legal Officer and Corporate Secretary. This signature adds a layer of official confirmation that the company is indeed releasing this information as required. Looking at this filing, it is clear Liquidity Services Inc. is being transparent about sharing their earnings call details. The fact that they filed an 8K to attach this transcript means they believe the information within it is noteworthy for investors. While we don't have the numbers directly in this 8K, the existence of the transcript and the filing itself signals that investors should pay attention to what was discussed on the 5th of February 2026. Now, to give you a real assessment, we'd need to dive into that transcript and the company's latest financial statements. But based on this 8, Liquidity Services Inc. is pointing you towards a crucial conversation about their performance. This is a company that thrives on helping others manage their assets, so understanding their own asset management and how they communicate their financial health is key. So, what is my take? This filing itself is more of a pointer than a detailed report. It is an announcement that crucial financial discussions have taken place and are now accessible. It tells us they are following reporting protocols, but the real story, the financial narrative, lies within the earnings call transcript itself. Investors should absolutely go and read that transcript to get the full picture of their earnings, their strategy, and any potential risks or opportunities they've highlighted. Alright, that is our breakdown of Liquidity Services Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on how companies share information like this and what could be hinted at by needing to file an 8K for an earnings call transcript? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the corporate world. Don't forget to check out the Discord link in the description for more discussions and to connect with fellow corporate decoding enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, see you next time.